I'm going to use the same project from the AI navigation to show a much simpler way of having non-player characters move from one point to another point just using waypoints. So I have this script, and it's a script that um, the the tutorial link is listed up here from the Unity site. And you can see that there's a public array that is made available where you can place your waypoints. Then there's an integer that's current WP waypoint that will track where the character is moving from one point to another point to another point. There's a public variable for the speed. And then there's a tracking of the array of waypoints and moving from one to the other. In this really simple script, it just sort of it doesn't rotate, it just moves from one to the other one to the other one. So I'm gonna use that, but first I need to assemble my character. So I'm gonna use the same mannequin character from Mixamo, and I'm going to add a rigid body so that Unity's physics is applied. I'm going to add a collider. I'll use a box collider. And I'm going to add an animator so that it looks like it's walking. And lastly, I'll add my waypoint script. And here you can see there's the waypoints array is there. You can add as many as you want, and there's the speed variable to try moving at different speeds. I'm going to zoom into this character. And since I have, it's at the 0, 0, 0 point where the main camera is, I'm going to move it. Or actually, that was the player rig. I'll move it over to one side. Okay, so it's below ground. I'm gonna number 2 on the Y and make it twice the size. Okay. Now I'll edit the box collider, and it'll need to be, can be a lot more narrow. Okay, I think that works. Maybe at the start I'll have them be a little bit higher. It needs an animation or an animator controller, and I'm gonna have this walk, just a simple walk animation. And now it needs waypoints. So flip to a bird's eye view. All right, so this, I'm not using the nav mesh, so it'll just hit walls. So I'm gonna set my waypoints so that it avoids any walls. Um, I'm gonna put the height at 3. And I'm gonna use the icon to see it. Okay, waypoint 1. I'll duplicate that. I'll have that be waypoint 2, and I'll make one more. That would be waypoint 3. Can't see the labels after some point. Okay, here we are. We'll zoom in or so that I can see each of the different waypoints. And so I have 3 to add to the character script. And I'll save my file and test it. Now, from the previous demo, there's another, the same character being spawned from here and moving to this target. But I'm going to focus on this one. All right, so it made it to waypoint 1, moving to the second one. And when it gets to the third one, it should just continue looping back to the first, second, and third, and it will just endlessly loop as the project runs. Okay, so that's working well. Can zoom in. All right, so if there were a lot more waypoints, then it would probably be a good idea to create an empty and nest the waypoints into, just to clean up the hierarchy. Test it one more time just to make sure that the creating changes shouldn't have. Okay, and it'll loop about. So that's just a much simpler way of having a non-player character moving around your scene, and making it a little bit more interesting.